Hi everyone, welcome to Lily Best Divinity Live, 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 live. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Thank you all for the love and support. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the bookings, readings, and thank you for all of you who have been booking my coaching packages. Thank you so much. And those of you who have been leaving comments below, please leave comments below, my friends. If I'm coaching with you and you have a success story, please DM me if you want, or write it below. Write it below, my friends. And if you're new, my friends, I'm Lilybet, aka Lily, and this is where you create your fabulous life, whether it's oracles or whether it is manifesting. Yes, my friends. So, my friends, yes. So, oh, and I say thank you everyone who comments. Thank you so much. So, this is another manifesting video that I was just thinking of while I was doing other ones, which is it's I felt that this was a very good video to come up with, and it's manifesting confidently versus manifesting desperately. Yes, people, and this is the home edition because I'm going to make a few of them with different subjects. So this is when you're manifesting something with a lot of confidence, a home, an apartment, a house. When you're manifesting a house or an apartment that you want, when you're manifesting it confidently, how to do it confidently, and how you may be doing it desperately. Okay. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is because I manifested a house years ago and I manifested desperately. Oh my God, did I ever? I knew nothing about manifesting. I knew nothing about manifesting, my friends. I just knew that I wanted it. Right there, I messed up, okay? And all I knew was that I wanted to get into this house. I had just went through a breakup of someone that I was with for like 8 years. And I wanted to manifest this almost like to show him, I don't need you. I could do whatever I want. And I could. I could have done whatever I wanted because, he's in my reality. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I create my own reality and he's in my reality. So I could have manifested this house many different ways that would have went well for me, but I didn't because I was manifesting out of urgency, out of resentment towards him because of what happened in our breakup. And instead of me, I knew nothing about self-concept, okay? I knew nothing about self-concept. I only knew about, certain manifest, I don't even think I knew, no. After I got into the house was when I started learning about Neville, Louise Hay, and Florence Global Shin. I hope I'm saying her name right. That's when I started learning about that when I got into this house. And I still didn't use it right, my friends, okay? Because I could have revised everything that happened to me there. And I didn't know. And I thought it was important to make videos like this about this. When you're doing it with confidence versus doing it in desperation. So this is what happened to me. So what happened to you, my friends? So I was trying to buy a house and I did everything wrong. I manifested money I didn't have, okay, very desperately, but I manifested it because to me, I wanted this house. I was supposed to buy a house with this person and then we broke up and it was a nasty breakup. And I was like, you know what? F you. I'm still going to buy my house and I'm going to do it out with you. But it was out of resentment. I was so pissed off, my friends, okay? And it was my lease was going to be up soon and I wanted to get out of this lease very quickly. I didn't want to be where I was and I was doing everything very rushed. Every time I would think about a home, it wasn't like if I wish I would have known what I know now because I would have been doing affirmations. All I kept saying was, I got this home, I'm going to get this home, I'm going to get a home, okay? Never. I should have been saying I have the perfect home for me. The perfect home for me has found me. Not me searching like a maniac, okay? A maniac searching for a home that was cheap. And let me tell you, I got cheap because I had a hut home that needed everything under the sun done to it. Okay. And I went into that. So bad that I even created, this is when you're doing it out of desperation. I even created health problems for myself while I was there. I was losing my mind because things were breaking all the time there. You know, I even had a realtor tell me that she was not going to show me the home that I wanted to see because she said that she wouldn't do, she's my realtor and she didn't want to show me something that probably I wouldn't be able to afford. I didn't listen. I didn't listen because I don't listen to the 3D, okay? And that would have been fine, me not listening to her, if I was doing it on like self-concept. If I would have been like, you know, Lily, you deserve the best home ever. Why? Because you are such a good person, because you are such a great mother. You know, your children deserve the best. My children were smaller, not that small, but they were, you know, teenagers. And I should have been doing self-concept things like that. You know, you are worthy of having the space that you want. And you can say these affirmations for yourself when you're looking for, you know, for a home or a house, whatever it is that you want, you know, your living space. I knew nothing about this. So I was just like, I want it, and I'm gonna freaking have it. I went and saw this house. Long story short, I got into the house. I even bid on the house on Christmas Eve, and my bid was the highest, and it wasn't even that high because this house was coming apart. Okay, it needed a lot of shit done. And I just got into it, and I started manifesting people to help me, you know, to fix the house for a cheap price. I mean, I stood there for 9 years, but it was so bad. I lost all my savings. People, I had a 401 and I lost it all trying to keep this house over my kid's head because I was doing everything. I went into it out of desperation, out of, you know, also resentment towards the relationship that I had left, you know. So when you're manifesting a house or a home that you want, my friends, make sure that you're always saying good things about yourself, that you deserve a good home. You know, I deserve the best home ever. I have my home finds me. My perfect home finds me. I have the perfect space. Everything is in perfect condition. That's what I should have been saying. Everything is in perfect condition. I love my neighbors. Yeah. I mean, the only good thing was I had a great neighbor. Oh my God. I had a great neighbor. I'm still looking for him because I want to see how he is. But he was such a good neighbor. So that was when I was learning, though, how to manifest certain things. So I was manifesting good things in one part, and I had already manifested horrible things in the other part because, you know, I was being told before, you know, someone that didn't know better. I was being told before even getting this house, oh, you shouldn't get into that house. Not only by the realtor, but by somebody else telling me you shouldn't give up your apartment, Lily. You shouldn't, you know. And at that point, I had Section 8, and they were like, don't give it up. You can move with that somewhere else. And I was like, no, I want to give it to someone that really needs it. I was like, I want my own house. I want to say that this is mine. I want to say that this is mine. And I did it, but I was listening. You know, things that people were telling me that I couldn't do, I should have had revised all of that. I should have said, when people were telling me you're not going to be able to afford it, I should have been saying to myself, oh yes, I can afford this and even more. You know, I always have enough. I always have everything that I need for my new home. I really don't need that much for my new home because my new home is perfect. Okay, in perfect condition, you know. And if you want an apartment, that's another thing. I have manifested apartments and I've had horrible landlords because it was the urgency of it. I just needed to get out of wherever I was. And if you're trying to manifest an apartment, my friends, make sure you do it with confidence and not desperation. If you feel that you have to go, you have to see this, you're going to end up taking the first thing that you see because it's out of urgency, you know. And if you're doing it out of resentment or somebody else that you just want to show them that you can do it, don't do that. Don't do that. Just say to yourself, if you notice that about yourself, say to yourself, you know what? I deserve the very best and I will have the very best. The perfect apartment, the perfect house will find me. The perfect apartment, the perfect house will is seeking me. Is seeking me. I love my neighbors. I love my neighbors. Now, when I do try to manifest stuff like that, I make sure that I cover everything. I cover the neighbors. I cover the. I say, oh, I'm living in a great location. You know, everything is convenient for me. I have the greatest neighbors. Um, my home is perfect in wonderful condition. There's nothing. It's move in. I didn't even have to do anything to it. You know, I'm just loving my life. I even and I visualize it. So if you're trying to manifest something like this, when I was living in a certain place, I manifested an apartment that I was like, holy shit, when I did manifest it, because it was something that you would not believe. Okay, and but I did it in a positive way because I freaking learned. Okay, I learned from the house experience and the other apartments. And the way I did it was that I would envision every time I would get to the door of where I was living that I freaking hated because I hated my neighbors. They were horrible. Um, I would envision before I would park and I would look at the door and I would envision and say, okay, you're walking into your new home. You're walking into your new home with your rosewood deck. Okay? Because I wanted a rosewood deck. Because my house I had a rosewood deck. That was when I left there. And then I went into another place out of desperation that it didn't work. The neighbor was horrible. It was just a mess. And I would sit there in the car and think, okay, you're going into your home, Lily. You're going into your home. And when I would come out of the car and put my hand on the doorknob, I would close my eyes for a couple of seconds and you'd be like, what, Lily, do I got time for that? Yes, you do have time for it if you want a perfect space, okay? A perfect home, a perfect apartment. I would hold the door, and there was two doors to go in. I will hold the door and think, I'm opening this door to my house. And then when I would open the door, I would think of everything I would see. Open concept, you know, my beautiful red sofa. All my sofas have been red. My beautiful red sofa, rosewood cabinets, and then there was another door. So I would see it as I had two doors, which I have more protection. Yeah, you know, you have a screen door, you know, for the bugs won't come in. I would see it that way. And then I would be like, yeah. So when I would walk up, I had a little type of terrace. Sometimes I would walk on there and I would say, oh, look at my beautiful red rosewood deck. Look at it, so beautiful. Look at my little table outside where I'm gonna have drinks with my family when they come over. Look at the beautiful little yard. Well, people, that was how I did it with confidence. You know what happened? In 6 months, 6 months, I was able to get out of my lease. I had a horrible landlord. So I was thinking to myself while I was looking, because I knew I had to get out, I was like, I have I wonder, I was visualizing that, and then I was also saying, I have a great landlord. Oh my God, he's so nice. It's like family. He's so nice. And I have an apartment that everything is included. This was the big thing, okay? That everything is included because I had lost everything in the house. So I was like, I can't get something that the electricity bill is going to be too high and stuff like that. People, in 6 months, I went on Craigslist. I found an apartment, and I thought it was funny that the person said, you're going to love it when you see it. But they didn't they just say, you know, it was an in-law. And I was thinking, in-law? I've never seen an in-law. And I was trying to manifest a townhouse or a ranch because I wanted to be alone. I didn't want, and I kept saying it, I love my place with no one above me and no one below me. Mm-hmm. Or no one aside of me. I want to be alone. So I went to this place and the guy didn't say much. He didn't even have pictures. I just felt like going to see it because it was, and I was trying to manifest it close to my job. I went, I went to go see this place. It was 15 minutes, 10 minutes away from my job. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna look at this. And it was in a town that I've always wanted to live in, okay? Because that's another thing I will put in there. I'm living in the perfect town, the right town for me. Because I stopped looking at specific towns. And sometimes I would say the town I wanted, or I would say, or something better. Wherever I'm supposed to be, universe. I met this guy. He had another person that was coming before me, and he told, as soon as he saw me, he was like, "Hi," and he said, "You know, I really do like you." And I said, "Okay." And he goes, "Yeah, I really do like you." He was like, "If you can put down a deposit, I'll hold it for you. I have two people, a couple that's coming, but I'll tell them that I already rented it out." And then I said to him, "Well, how do you do the electricity?" Because it was an in-law house and was attached to his house. But I'm gonna tell you something. When I went to see it and I went to walk up, it was a rosewood deck. What? That's the first thing. It was a rosewood deck. And I was like, wow, I could put my little stuff there. I was freaking out because everything that I was saying, I'm seeing. It was a rosewood deck. He already had a little table out there, but he told me he would take it out. I was like, yeah, because I'm going to put my red table there with my black seats. And then I opened the door. It was two doors, two screen doors. When I go in, it's an open space. And then I asked him about the electricity. I said, oh, how much is the electricity? He goes, well, it's included. I said, well, he said, everything is included, Lily. He said, I mean, if you want extra cable channel, you would have to pay a little bit more, but it's all included. And that was another thing. I said that I wanted it to be $900 or less, and it was $900. Drop the mic, my friends. I stood there for about 5 years, for 4 years. I stood there. The only reason I moved from there was because I met my fiance and then we moved in together. But he was a good landlord. I mean, he had little things, kind of little things I didn't like, but overall, he was a good person. And that place was the place that I have the best memories of. But I made that happen because everyone is me pushed down. I brought into my reality because I am the God of my reality, and I brought the right, people to me. I brought the right people to me, and I was able to create that with confidence, not desperate, because I realized what it was that I was doing. I was wanting out of getting out of some. I wanted to get out. I wanted to get out of something. I wasn't putting my self-concept. I wasn't saying that I deserve good things. I wasn't even using affirmations when I got the house. And even when I went into the next apartment, it was horrible because I still didn't get it. I still didn't get it, but I get it now. I get it now. So my friends, this is my video on manifesting confidently versus manifesting desperately. And the home edition. I will be making one about SPs, how we sometimes manifest someone that we don't want into our life because we're doing it out of desperation, people, and how not to do that. Okay. So my friends, this is your video on manifesting confidently versus manifesting desperately, home edition. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've experienced anything like that. Let me know if you're using these certain affirmations that I've said. Always remember, use your self-concept first. Say good things about yourself. Say what you deserve because you do deserve it, my friends. So happy manifesting. Much love to everyone, and as always, I salute the divinity within all of you. Bye now.